Happy Wednesday. So I'm gonna have to switch it up because tomorrow is Ben's birthday. Happy birthday, Ben. I love you so much. So I'm gonna take tomorrow off to spend time with him. But then November 1st, the next day is my birthday. But that's my birthday, so I'm gonna do a birthday look because I'll wanna do makeup on my birthday. I will. But yes, so today, remember, the Sephora savings event is starting November 1st for Rouge. I'm going to go get the little screenshot of that really quickly so you can kind of see what's going on. But I thought today we would just talk through what I would repurchase or what I am repurchasing and what I suggest. I just took a screenshot from the Sephora app. So this is going to start, you can see that it starts for Rouge and you'll get 20% off. This happens twice a year. It's a very big deal in the beauty world because we can get things like my Elemis cleansing balm. So I normally get 1 or 2 of these. And I'm going to show you, we're going to go through, but this, and then it's the VIB and then Insider. So, and then it's 30% off of Sephora collection, which we're going to talk about some of that as well. You know, those little Sephora collection face masks. I go to town on those and then I keep them in my refrigerator. All right, let's get started. I'm gonna be getting a restock on my Fenty Beauty lip liners in, let's look for the little nubs. I love this color. I can't find this exact color in the Maybelline, but I absolutely love this color. This is Thug's Blush 2. It's so good. It adds definition on my skin tone while without being brown, which I love brown. Don't get me started. But I know sometimes we don't always want a brown lip liner. And then Peanut Butter Baby, or yeah, no, just Peanut Butter. Sorry, the names. These two. I'm going to definitely add these to my cart right now. I fear that these are going to be sold out too. I don't even want to go look at this point. I'm gonna go brave it right now, but I love this formula. And these 2 colors, the Maybelline, that are definitely the more affordable version, they don't have them, so these are definitely the 2 that I'm gonna restock. Next thing that is going into my cart, I'm gonna put about 2 or 3 of these. This is the Glossier Boy Brow Arch pencil, and I absolutely love this pencil. This is a pomade pencil, so it's a little different. I feel like it has a little bit more softness to it. I know when we think pomade, we think out of control, but when it's in this tiny little shape, so this one's a lot tinier than the ones you might have seen. When it's in this tiny shape and in this particular formula, it is absolutely so soft, so easy to use, and it's all I've been using for months. Now, do keep in mind, you're like, Rose, it can't be. I have a special bond with a lot of brands. I sign a lot of NDAs and I try things way before that they come out. So always keep that in mind. But this right here is delightful. I love it. And I love the shade range. So apparently I'm not going to be buying any because this particular color is out of stock. I'll check my local store. I actually love going into the store because then I want to buy candles and fragrance when I go into the store during the sale. I love it. I'm excited. So yeah, this particular color is sold out online. I feel really bad I cannot get the captions to load. Do not think that I am not being diligent with that. That is something I'm very diligent with, but I cannot, and I've restarted, I've done just about everything and I cannot get them to load. So I think it's just an IG glitch today. Now, I don't know how many years I've used this. I love it. Now, if you have sensitive skin, they do have an unscented version. If you want to see how I use it, I did recently post that on Reels, and I've posted it before. I posted it as an ad. I've posted it not as an ad. I'll just be posting it. I cannot reset, and what reset is when I do multiple looks a day. I could not do that without this because it takes that makeup off and it does not leave a residue, and it just works for me. And I can even go around my eye area with contacts in. Now, obviously, I'm keeping my eye shut. I'm not getting it in my eye, but it doesn't leave a residue. It's delightful. And I've tried all of them. I have. But I cannot do what I do without this. So this is something I was going to restock, but then the brand actually sent me another one. So thank you, 𝗂𝘂𝘁𝘆 𝗗𝗲. I have been using this This is my second one. Okay. And if you're wondering, wow, that doesn't seem like it's going to last. And I know I sound so repetitive, but I don't want you to think that this isn't going to last you. Like I said, remember the NDA thing? I had already had that other one for months because I was testing it. So this is kind of normal, but then still kind of too rapid. But I mean, think of me using it twice a day, which is wild. Again, art supplies. I love this. I tried all the ones that kind of released around the same time, the Tower 28. That one was nice, but it did not speak to me the way that this baked formula does and the way that it interacts with makeup. And that's what I'm looking for a lot recently, is how is everything kind of interacting with the makeup that I have on. And I love that right now. So that's why I really like baked formulas. Now this is something that I have bought, I think twice this year. I use this almost every single day and I love this so much. This is the Armani. I don't know why I'm holding it like this. Doesn't matter. Armani Liquid Shadow 18M on my skin tone. It is so perfect. It's basically my skin tone, but just this even, and it's so thin. It's so easy to put on. I will say, like I said, it is thin. It's easy to put on, but I do not see that big of difference in the formula compared to the hard candy. Compared to the About Face. The only reason that this is so special to me is because dag nabbit, they nailed this color for my skin tone. So you might even find yours a better shade for your skin tone in About Face or even the hard candy ones. So do keep that in mind, but this right now is perfect for me. All right. These Givenchy Correctors are really, really nice. Now I use this blue one for so many things. I'm even able to put it, because it's so thin and it's basically like putting pigmented skincare, I can put this down underneath even powder foundation and it'll shift it. So if things are pulling a little too orange, or you need to lighten your summer foundations and you have a closer skin tone to me, you're gonna love this. If you have a deeper skin tone, the LA Girl one is gonna be better for you. The LA Girl Mixing Pigment, remember that blue one? But I love this pastel blue one, and I'm also being very careful with what I mention in this. I'm not just trying to give y'all some big, huge list. This has already saved me. I love this. I love this formula. I love the color. It's literally so perfectly curated. 11 out of 10. And I'm going to put 2 of these in my cart. Natasha Denona Concealer, R5, that's my shade. If this ever goes away, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. This is probably, this is gonna be a big yap. This is probably one of the best concealers I have ever used in my life, if not the best. That's a big deal for me. Okay, I have access to all of them. I've never had a concealer like this. I feel like this is at the top of its game in makeup science. This is a special formula, and I feel like it works for all skin types, all ages. This is, it's revolutionary when it comes to makeup. So this is definitely going in my cart. I also don't want you to feel pressure that you need to buy even anything. When the sale starts to roll around, you do ask for my recommendations, but there's never any pressure. And if you're wondering, wow, Rose, you are buying so much, I need you to remember, this is like my art supplies. This is not, if I did not do what I do, if I didn't walk this path that I chose, I would not be investing in all of these things. But this is what I do. So never feel like, oh wow, Rose gets so much. I do. I am very grateful. I'm very thankful, but it's because of what I do and because I dedicate so much time to this. So I don't think that if I had chosen a different path, I would definitely not be repurchasing all of these things. So don't ever feel, obviously I'm going to order another one of these. We're double panning there. What is even happening here? I love this bronzer. I love it. I will say that I did buy, this is shade 2. I bought shade 4 and it's way too dark for me. I have to be so ginger with it. Ginger. Ben says that a lot. So even though it looks very similar in the pan, this one is way more pigmented and much darker. Ooh, magnet, magnet, magnet. But yes, 02, I'm going to reorder. It's so good. It's a veil of bronzed perfection. The way that it melts into makeup, it does not sit on top. It goes into, and it just becomes a veil. A veil is the word that comes to mind. Okay, so the powder that I'm going to recommend, you knew what it would have been. But the powder I'm going to recommend, and it's literally, it stays open on my vanity. Okay, it just stays open, which is probably not a good thing. We're not going to talk about that. But I just use it so often that I just leave it open, and I just love it so much. And I can't recommend it enough. But the by Mario powder, my shade is Neutral Peach. I want you to think though, because there's a shade that has pink in the name, but do not think of it as a pink powder. Just think of it more as a very fair skin tone. But this is Neutral Peach. This is perfect for me. I love, again, how it interacts with makeup. I have been using it since it launched. I have not used anything else. I'm honestly speechless with how much I enjoy this, but I don't want you to think that it's a dupe, or I don't want to say it's a dupe, but it's not a replacement for the Givenchy. It's not like that, but it is truly one of the most beautiful loose setting powders that I've ever used. It has a very, it's matte, okay? So there's no shine. I don't want you to think there's any shine in there, but it's also not just a suck the life out of your face matte. It's perfect. It is exactly what I would want. And there's also a little bit of pigment to it. So it kind of gets in there, and what gives it that more flawless look to the face is that pigment going in and kind of filling in any gaps in the foundation and the concealer. So again, the way that it interacts and melts and enhances makeup it was perfectly thought out. Perfectly. Now, I don't even know if I recommend this because I haven't even used it yet, but I want to swatch it on my face with y'all. I bought this. I should have waited. I couldn't wait. You put blue in there and I have to have it. Swatch it together. Nice little transparent shimmer there. Ooh, still shows up pretty blue though. Oh, I like it. I also like how it's not a crunchy shimmer. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I feel like my adjectives are ridiculous, but I feel like here they make sense. Okay, this is the more orangey shade. Ooh, okay, so I really like that because then it's that one. Because then it shows up pretty much my skin tone. That's delightful. Okay, let's do the pink one. And then we'll do this one. I like. All right, let's swatch these two. We'll just go here. Oh, that's really pretty. Now, I feel like you really have to, I don't know, I really like the pink. It's not even too shimmery. I feel like it'd be such a pretty blush topper. I feel like you really have to kind of want to collect these for them to be really worth it. And I really enjoy collecting these. I don't know why. I don't want to get that deep. I don't. But I really like these, and I think that this one is going to be my favorite from all of them. That being said, I don't think that this is something that we absolutely need, but we will do some looks with it. And for me, I'm already pretty satisfied with this. And again, I like more whimsy, and I feel like this is more whimsy. So this is something I will use, but is it something that I really think that would enhance our makeup collection? Probably not. Trying to be selective. I'm actually trying to show you things that I'm going to restock. This is not one of them. Look how pretty. This is another Armani. We probably don't need it, but I'm excited because I want to do a look with the Frosty the Snowman. And from ColourPop, they did a Frosty the Snowman in this pretty pastel pink. That's a really good pastel pink. So pastel pinks, this is an eyeshadow, by the way, not a blush. But that being said, pastels can sometimes be a little patchy, and that looks really good. So I'm excited for that. Again, this is not something I'm recommending. Just wanted to look at it with you. You know what's hard is picking an eyeshadow palette. If I, actually I bought this myself. So I am going to say the one that I'm about to grab because you know, I obviously get so many things, but I didn't get this palette, and I'm so glad that I purchased it because I love it. I absolutely love it. And I will say the palettes that I would purchase with the Sephora discount is going to be the palettes the palette I'm about to show you. All right, this is the palette. Now, not all of us are going to want warms, and that I completely understand, but Natasha Denona formulas are, they're one of a kind to me. I prefer these even over Pat McGrath. Very controversial, I know. But Pat has beautiful shimmers, but the mattes to me and the Mothership palettes are very, very difficult to work with. They become patchy very quickly, even where I'm at on my makeup journey. So it's definitely hard to invest in that palette because it's kind of a half and half situation. But for these, they will not let you down. Beginner, expert, in between. Just but only if you're wanting an eyeshadow palette. But if I'm going to recommend any eyeshadow palettes, Natasha, even the concealer, what? Whew, she does. I was going to say she just does it. She gets the formulas that I enjoy as an artist. So, and then she has cooler tones than this. I know not a lot of us want the warms, but I just feel like you will not be disappointed. And I don't know if we need eyeshadow palettes. I feel like a lot of us have enough. I mean, obviously I did, but I still bought this one. But this is the one, or the I Need a Nude, any of those, even the Roxa, the purple. So if you want a palette, this is the time to get these. Now, if you're feeling real spicy, I had a couple questions about this, but this one's also a spicy price, but I'm going to recommend it. And the reason why is because it's a lot different than what we're used to seeing in eyeshadow palettes. So say you have enough neutrals, okay? You have enough. You're just tapped out. This could be a very fun palette, okay? I love how nothing about it is ordinary. It's something that we hardly ever see. I don't know if you know this, but you can take these out, which I can't with these big long nails, but most of us could. You can just pop these out. There you go. They're magnetized, so I love that, nice and safe. And then you could just put this, it has a little case. I don't have the case with me right now, and just travel with just the 6 shades. But do I recommend this? Absolutely. It's just something that, I just know that it's very, it can be spicy price, and not a lot of us would want something with all of this wildness. But if you're someone that's like me that collects fun, sassy things, and you have enough neutrals, Jean, keep the snorting down. But if you feel adventurous, I highly recommend this. And it's quality, 12 out of 10. It's delightful in every single way. But if you're wondering why I wasn't automatically mentioning it, it's because it's just, yeah, it's real spicy. Okay, if you can handle this spice, I would definitely get it in the cell. I'm trying to think about what else. You know, I'm very mindful. Oh, we'll get to my Sephora mask. Let me go to screenshot of that. They're already pretty affordable in the cell. I go wild because I use them almost every single day. These, I love them. So the blueberry, watermelon, and lychee are my favorites. $6, and then it's 30% off of this. I love these. Y'all know that my little red cheeks here want to flare up. You look at me wrong and they flare. No, actually, if you look at me wrong, I will have a panic attack, and then they absolutely will flare up. So I keep these in the refrigerator, and I just keep them stacked in there, and they're so soothing. And think about in between makeup, they're so calming. I've used these for years, and I cannot recommend them enough. They are, if I recommend anything skincare, I would recommend this, because again, this price, think of that. Think 30% off. I just recommend this for everyone. They're delightful. And then another Sephora collection, and the reason I don't have those, I have them in my fridge, or I would go get them for you. But these Sephora collection lip liners. So the reason I'm going to recommend these is obviously they're going to be 30% off. I still absolutely love these, but I'm kind of more in a matte lipstick era currently, but if you find yourself wearing gels, these are our gel formula, so I'm going to show you, but if you find yourself wearing glosses a lot, lip oils, things like that, you are going to love the way that these pair. Look at that. See how glossy it is? But they're actually really nice and long lasting. So this particular color is really pretty. Is this? Yep, this is Hot Sauce. I love Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce and Dressed to the 90s are my faves. I've been wearing this particular formula for a very long time. Highly recommend it. Plus, these are 30% off in the sale. Now, another thing I have to tell you, y'all see me use this. These are my favorite actual correctors, not just blue. Let me get my thoughts together. I cannot live without this. So this one I use underneath concealer, and it is so perfect because I have more blue, kind of bluey purple, but it pulls a little bit more blue. So the color that's across the color wheel, okay, think of the color wheel, they're touching like that, is going to be this orangey peach for me. Because obviously I don't directly have a super dark blue, so it's not a bright orange. But think about the softness of the blue, and then you do the softness of this peach touching it, and that's color theory. I hope that helps you start to understand it a little bit more. But I cannot get over this formula. I can wear this particular shade alone if I use a little bit, and then I use Dawn on top of my concealer to brighten. I love this stuff so much, it's gonna get 2 slides because I'm not done talking about it. I don't care what your skin type is, and they have a beautiful range for correcting. The way that this goes on top and under concealer is like no other corrector that I've ever seen. Think of this as the most pigmented serum you've ever tried. And that's exactly what we want when we have to layer things to get that correction. I cannot live makeup life without these correctors. Plus I love the packaging, and you're like, packaging doesn't matter, but for me it kind of does, because this is so easy to open. But I will say, I don't even know how long I've had this one, and they're not leaking, they're not even messy, so that's also a bonus. But I love how I can get a really nice grip to open it, because a lot of times my hands are a little messy when I'm sitting here doing my makeup, so that's really nice. But again, it's really always back to the formula. Oh, glass vials too. I love this so much. I don't think I'm going to recommend any blushes, and also I'm trying not to overwhelm you. I really am. But these are things that I definitely am going to restock. And yeah, that's everything. I know y'all probably want more, but okay, one more skincare thing. I know that y'all can probably, I'm just going to say that you could probably find these ingredients on Amazon. I just always have this tried and true. I know that it works, so I always use it. But this Tower 28 SOS spray, I'm gonna spray it on right now. It's so calming, and I love it. Now I will say this one particular collab, this particular bottle, the one with the Kung Fu Panda, this gets stuck, but then I have just the ones that you would order right now, and it doesn't. But I will definitely be getting the big, they have a big refill bottle, so that's why I still have this, but it's fresh in there because I usually buy the refills. But I love this. And then I will say I still am using this eye cream, and now's a really good time. Look how much I've used. But a little bit goes a long way, but you can see that I do put dents in this, and I'm going to recommend it, not only because it actually works, but I really love that it has a little bit of a pre-color correcting advantage. See that? Isn't that fun? So I'm going to recommend this eye cream because I actually do feel like it helps with fine lines, and I've been using it long enough to recommend it. So look, obviously subtle, it's not makeup, but when skincare can do that, that's pretty amazing. So this is from Alpen Beauty, and I really think that you'll like it. I like a lot of the things from this brand, but I do see results with this, and I love that there's also that kind of instant result too. So I highly recommend this. All right, one more thing, skincare. I love these. I'm gonna put them on right now because I'm about to film some more once I'm done here. Did I need these in my 20s? No. Did I need them in my early 30s? 35, I needed them. 36, I literally might just put them on top of my makeup and walk around with them. I will not exist without these now. I see such a difference with kind of putting that eye cream on and then letting these really help it penetrate, soak in, do what it needs to do. I even see a difference hours later. I really and truly do, because it's holding in that moisture. I wear these out a lot of the time, like in the morning when I run errands. And a lot of people ask me, do those actually work? I feel like they are working for me. I feel like they're doing what I need. I was saying, I feel like they do exactly what I need them to do. I really do see a difference since I started wearing these. My under eye just stays more hydrated throughout the day, and my concealer looks so good. And it's the perfect amount of moisture. It's not that type of moisture that starts to slip and separate makeup. It's just perfect because it's kind of just holding that eye cream there. And it's just, it really and truly works. Now, obviously it's not injectables. It's not Botox. I don't have any of that. I'm scared of that I don't like needles. Okay. I don't like, fun fact, Rose, I'm not against it. I want you to do what makes you feel your best. But for me, I'm not going to do that because I'm scared of that. I don't want to talk about it. But I do feel that I have seen a major difference adding these to my skincare routine. And now remember, this is just my Sephora faves because of the Sephora sale. There's so many different things that I love that aren't at Sephora, and there's so many things that are very affordable. I mean, honestly, the $4 eye primer from Hard Candy. What we'll do is, because the holidays are coming up, and I know some of us are even making holiday lists, we'll start to do that. And I'll do a couple roundups of like my super affordable faves and things I like from Ulta. So we'll just go into that. But this was, and I know that this is, like I said, wildly spicy price, but Sephora, we know for the most part, if we go in there, it's outlandish. I mean, we got $42 eyeshadows. I feel like that's how much they were. Which I like those too, but they're not what I would recommend. Not that I don't love them. I really like and I'm talking about the Patrick Ta. I love them, but I don't love them enough to, I probably wouldn't repurchase them, but I do love them. Does that make sense? If you like Duo Sparkle, you will like these. In fact, I need to post that. But I just don't want you to feel like I don't like them. I think they're beautiful. I think they're magnificent. It's just not what I would recommend to my friends. Like, oh, well, really, you don't have to have anything. But I'm not going to hype these up right before the Sephora sale, because I feel like with this type of discount, there you go. With this type of discount, I would rather invest in a palette. I'd rather invest in other things. So that's a good way to put it. And then I remembered one more thing, and it's the Kosas liner in Bewitched, but I believe it's sold out. But just keep an eye on it and see if it comes back into stock, because I wear this almost every day. It's getting outrageous, actually. I need to switch colors, but I just feel so pretty when I put this color on. And remember, this is that more plummy burgundy hybrid situation. It's like the perfect burgundy. That's it right there. Like I said, it's out of stock, but hopefully it comes back in stock before the sale. I hope y'all enjoyed this. This is the first year I feel that I didn't talk about the Givenchy powder, and it feels really weird. It really does. But Givenchy still made it in here though, because I'd be using that daggum blue corrector nonstop. So Givenchy's always with me at all times. I really feel that they do make beautiful formulas, but the powdery formulation was a deep cut. But they still made it here. I love that brand so much. All right, I love you all. I never want these types of videos to overwhelm you or make you feel like you need more or that you don't have enough. That's not what these videos are for. They're just a fun roundup to talk about makeup. So never leave these thinking, oh man, you're wonderful and I love you so much. Don't ever feel that way. Love you.